Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Triple H has been very hands-on with day-to-day WWE creative. As the CCO, he can assert his authority by taking strict actions against rule breakers. One such name has recently broken a long-standing rule, and his name is Shinsuke Nakamura. The king of strong style has been experiencing a late career resurgence since his return to SmackDown last month. The 44-year-old WWE superstar returned with a new look and gimmick. He wasted no time making an impact as he dethroned LA Knight for the United States Championship at Survivor Series War Games on November 30. However, he has not made a single title defense since winning the title. It could be argued that he has been working in pro wrestling Noah in Japan lately, which explains his 0 title defenses. But his upcoming match in WWE doesn't have his title on the line next week. He will face Andrade in a non-title match on SmackDown. By then, he would have broken the 30-day title defense rule. For those unaware, if a champion has not defended their title at least once every month, they could be stripped of their championship. WWE hasn't implemented this rule in years, but Triple H could bring back this rule when the Blue Brand show SmackDown moves to 3 hours starting January 3, 2025. This would add an element of unpredictability to the title scene. Most heel champions are given significant leeway during their reigns, but that could change come SmackDown next week if Nick Aldis strips Shinsuke Nakamura of his United States Championship and forces him to face LA Knight for the vacated title at Royal Rumble. The aforementioned idea may spark controversy, but it would also get the wrestling world talking, which is exactly what they need heading into the Royal Rumble on February 1, 2025. Even if it doesn't happen as soon as next week, it's still food for thought. A few weeks ago, Solo Sikoa and the New Bloodline launched a vicious attack on Andrade and LA Knight, but spared Shinsuke Nakamura. To everyone's surprise, on the December 20 episode of SmackDown, Nakamura cost Knight, Andrade, and Cruz their 6-man tag team match against the Bloodline by causing an interference. Solo Sikoa is short on family members as both Hanga, Loa and Bronson Reed will be out of action for the foreseeable future. He could form a temporary alliance with Shinsuke Nakamura regardless. The self-proclaimed tribal chief isn't after the United States title. On the January 6 episode of Raw, Solo Sikoa will face Roman Reigns in a tribal combat match, with the Ula Fala on the line. Can he do the unthinkable and pin the OTC again? Only time will tell. In the world of professional wrestling, there are few figures as synonymous with both power and authority as Triple H, known for his in-ring prowess, sharp mind for business, and ability to play the villainous authority figure. Triple H, in his role as an executive, has found himself in an increasingly influential position within WWE. The question of whether he would strip a top WWE superstar of their championship for breaking a long-standing rule may seem like a scenario born of fiction, but when examined closely, it becomes a distinct possibility within the realm of WWE's larger-than-life storylines. The role of authority figures in WWE. WWE has a rich history of authority figures that have shaped the course of its storylines. From the legendary Vince McMahon, who has often positioned himself as both a promoter and an antagonist, to the more recent power plays from figures like Shane McMahon, Stephanie McMahon, and of course, Triple H himself. These characters are integral not just for the management of WWE, but also for the plot lines that define the weekly television shows. Triple H, specifically, has held numerous roles within the company, from the face of the iconic Attitude Era faction D-Generation X to the head of NXT, where he helped build an entirely new generation of superstars. But as the chief content officer of WWE, Triple H wields an immense amount of power, and this power is not limited to just contract negotiations or creative direction. He can step into a storyline and enact sweeping changes that impact everything from the championship landscape to the treatment of individual superstars. One of the most common themes within WWE programming is the rule of law. WWE superstars are portrayed as being under the thumb of the company's authority figures, who are charged with maintaining fairness and order. These figures enforce the rules, uphold championships, and ensure that events follow a logical, albeit occasionally chaotic, structure. Therefore, a scenario in which Triple H must strip a top superstar of their championship becomes not only plausible but entirely in line with WWE's storytelling traditions. Breaking long-standing rules. What does it mean? For a superstar to break a long-standing rule within WWE, we first need to establish what these rules might be. WWE often employs certain unwritten codes that govern its competition. For instance, one of the cardinal rules of professional wrestling is that titles can only be won in sanctioned, properly officiated matches. These contests are meant to be fair and representative of the athlete's abilities and performances. But what if a superstar were to break these rules in a significant way? Here are a few possible infractions that could lead to a title being stripped. 1. Unapproved actions outside of matches. A long-time rule in WWE is that championships can only be defended in sanctioned matches. A superstar who wins a title under dubious circumstances, such as through cheating, interference, or an unsanctioned contest, could find themselves at risk. An example might be a champion who wins a title after attacking an opponent outside the ring, or perhaps one who defends their title in a match that was never officially authorized by WWE management. If Triple H, as a representative of WWE's corporate structure, discovered such an infraction, he could make the decision to strip the champion of their title. 2. Violating the spirit of competition. Another unwritten rule is that WWE superstars must respect the spirit of competition. While villainous characters may cheat or resort to underhanded tactics in the ring, there is an expectation that they respect their opponents. For example, a superstar who completely disregards the competition by constantly running from fights, or one who continually takes shortcuts to retain their title, may be seen as not honoring the true nature of what it means to be a champion. If this behavior were to continue unabated, Triple H could intervene to protect the integrity of the championship, removing the title from the hands of a superstar who refuses to fight on fair terms. 3. Breaking the laws of WWE contractual agreements. A more behind-the-scenes rule that could impact a superstar's status as champion involves breaking contractual obligations. WWE superstars are signed to extensive contracts that include rules about appearances, matches, media obligations, and other aspects of their professional conduct. A top champion who violates the terms of their agreement by missing scheduled events, ignoring media appearances, or engaging in behavior detrimental to the company's image could easily find themselves in breach of contract. Triple H, as an executive, could have the legal grounds to strip such a superstar of their title for this kind of infraction, ensuring that the championship remains with someone who upholds WWE's business interests. 4. WWE's no-compete and interference clauses. Another rule that could be interpreted as long-standing is WWE's commitment to maintaining fair competition. A top superstar might break this rule by interfering in matches that do not concern them, costing competitors their rightful opportunities for the title. For instance, imagine a WWE champion whose reign has become synonymous with interfering in other title matches. This kind of behavior would surely undermine WWE's integrity, and Triple H could find it within his authority to strip the champion of their belt to maintain the fairness of competition. Interfering in other competitors' affairs outside the scope of a sanctioned rivalry could be considered a gross violation of the promotion's rules. Triple H's motivation. Why would Triple H want to strip a top WWE superstar of their championship, even if the violation isn't immediately clear to fans? The answer lies in his position of power, his role as a protector of WWE's brand, and his reputation for making bold, decisive moves. 1. Maintaining the integrity of the championship. The championships in WWE are often considered the most prestigious titles in professional wrestling, representing the pinnacle of success in the company. By upholding the rules, Triple H ensures that these titles remain meaningful. The last thing he wants is for a title to become a symbol of dishonesty or a paper champion. As the guardian of WWE's legacy, he would not hesitate to strip a champion who threatens the credibility of their title, ensuring that only deserving superstars hold such distinctions. 2. Setting an example. Triple H is no stranger to being both a competitor and an authority figure. In his early years, he would often display traits of a villainous heel, using his authority to manipulate situations in his favor. However, over time, his character has evolved into a more nuanced figure, often acting as a benevolent dictator. This evolution means that he now understands the necessity of keeping order in WWE and setting an example for the entire locker room. If a top superstar breaks a long-standing rule, Triple H would use the situation as a teaching moment, setting the bar for future superstars to respect WWE's values and rules. 3. Protecting the business. In recent years, WWE has experienced substantial changes, including its acquisition by Endeavor and its transition into a new era under the leadership of Triple H. In this context, WWE is more than just a wrestling company. It's a global entertainment conglomerate. For Triple H, maintaining the professionalism and image of WWE is of the utmost importance. If a superstar's actions, be they in-ring or out, threaten the company's reputation, Triple H might strip them of their championship to protect WWE's brand and long-term viability. 4. Creating a new narrative. Triple H, like any great promoter, understands the value of a compelling storyline. Stripping a top superstar of their championship for breaking a rule could be a major turning point in WWE's ongoing narrative. Such a move could ignite a feud, create drama, and set the stage for a new champion to rise. Perhaps the dethroned champion could seek revenge on Triple H or try to redeem themselves, providing fertile ground for new rivalries and title runs. In the context of storytelling, it would give Triple H the ability to pivot WWE's direction and create exciting new angles. Possible scenarios. Let's explore a few hypothetical scenarios where Triple H might strip a top WWE superstar of their championship for breaking a long-standing rule. 1. Superstar X wins the title under dubious circumstances. Superstar X wins the WWE Championship, but they do so after an illegal interference from an outside party. While the interference may go unnoticed by the referee, Triple H, as the coup, could review the footage and deem that the match was unfair. In such a case, he might strip Superstar X of the title to uphold the legitimacy of the championship. 2. Superstar Y refuses to defend the title as per contractual obligations. Superstar Y, a top-tier champion, starts to show up less and less for title defenses, missing shows or failing to fulfill media obligations. Fans begin to grow frustrated with the lack of consistency, and Triple H steps in, stripping the champion of the title due to non-compliance with their contractual obligations, thus ensuring the title is defended in a manner befitting its status. 3. Superstar Z engages in extreme behavior that tarnishes WWE's image. Superstar Z, while holding the championship, engages in controversial off-screen behavior that threatens to damage WWE's public image. This could involve anything from illegal activity to actions that undermine the company's family-friendly brand. Triple H steps in to protect the company's reputation and strips the superstar of their title, both for the good of the company and for the integrity of the championship. Conclusion. Triple H stripping a top WWE superstar of their championship for breaking a long-standing rule is not only possible within the WWE universe, but could serve as a compelling storyline that brings attention to the company's values, its champions, and its authority figures. Whether the violation is a breach of competition rules, contractual obligations, or an action that threatens WWE's business, Triple H is well positioned to make the tough decisions that ensure the company's longevity and credibility. After all, It's not just about creating stars, it's about creating a narrative that fans can invest in, ensuring that championships remain a symbol of hard work, respect, and integrity. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.